I know a lot of people have seemed very bearish on ADA as of late, and that's fair. We've dealt with a lot of things along the way. The price has dropped significantly, right? But what this article is actually suggesting is that we are ready for a bullish recovery to a new all-time high. And I want to break this down for you guys because there's a lot of metrics that we've talked about, some things that we haven't. And I want people to understand that this push down in terms of ADA, this big price drop that we went through here, it was kind of an unnatural drop. And what I mean by that is, yes, buying and selling obviously moves the prices, but unfortunately, ADA got hit with bad luck, bad luck, bad luck. And sometimes that happens in the charts, right? I'm not blaming anything. It's just the way it occurs sometimes. And ADA early on in this market cycle was a very great performer. All right. Like I've said many times, it got probably higher in terms of price than it should have. But what happened is every single time ADA was ready to take its next leg and it was about to break out, we got hit with either some negative news in the market, a correction in terms of BTC, stuff happening abroad, right? That's what happened here, right? Even back here too. All these times where ADA was ready to, in fact, turn things around, we got hit with some negative crap. And that happens, okay? So ADA got unnaturally pushed down to these points, and we've seen this happen with other assets before. I talked about this with Shiba Inu during the bear market cycle, on pushed down unnaturally by the selling off of Voyager. But the great thing is that we're now at this point where things are starting to, in fact, turn around. So, for example, some of these metrics that we're seeing in this article, first and foremost, is the MVRV. So this is an indicator that shows basically whether people are realizing profit or not. That's one of the biggest things that it shows. And during this April crash, this metric took a huge nosedive. Basically, we got sell off. But once we ended up getting down to the bottom of this, we started to improve. In fact, more and more in terms of the MVRV score, it's been climbing. All right. So what they also said is that this remained high, meaning the token was frequently used in transactions within a set time frame. So what they also referenced was the Chaikin money flow, which showed encouraging growth. This is suggesting that there's a good likelihood of a price increase. Now, what this did reference as well is the RSI. Now, the RSI on here, you guys can see that whether you're looking at the daily, the weekly, or the monthly, it's all kind of sitting pretty even keel, which makes me believe that we're kind of at this point of stability. And stability is a good thing, right? When you have a chart that looks like this and you're going drop, what you're looking for is stability. You're looking for, in fact, a floor to be set. Now, what we've been seeing as well during this time is that there have been some shakeups in terms of the holders. We've discussed this. We know that whales have been adding in a big way. In fact, those between 100 million to 1 billion ADA tokens have added over 11% now over the last 30 days. So significantly increasing their position in preparation for the next leg up, right? We've seen retail beginning to build up as well. We've seen heightened levels of activity in trading volume, but also in social metrics. So all these things that do play an impact, you kind of have to connect the dots, right? If you look at just price, you miss out on a lot of these metrics. And right now, these metrics are starting to piece together actually a more bullish picture, all right? Even when we look at ADA in terms of price, we're starting to see a more bullish picture being painted here. It may not look great, right? It may look like we're flat, but if you see, we're in the process of setting up a higher low here, right? So low, higher low, higher low, higher low. We're still not setting up a higher high yet. That's where we need our breakout. We got to break through these levels of liquidity, fight through these moving averages. That's kind of the big thing we're contending with right now. But if we get the correct move from the market, get a sense of good luck for once, this is where ADA can actually start to accelerate again. Remember, just because it's been down here lately doesn't mean that it'll be down forever. I think that's how some people get confused. They think that there's nothing going on. They think that activity's low, like all these things. They think it's dead. But it's not. It's just waiting for the right sequence of events to happen, just like we waited for during the bear market cycle. And it looks like this setting of a hard floor and really ready to bounce, all these metrics aligning, it looks like we're ready to take off. Now, this is not financial advice. This is not a guarantee. This is what many people are assessing. Some people who don't dive deep enough are not paying attention to these things, but we'll obviously see what happens. I want to hear your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.